today we are proceeding to know, which is a novel one, tribal therapy. Actually, this tribal therapy, this is the first time I am hearing from an expert like Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir. So actually, this meeting will be over by 40 minutes Zoom time. Request our Ganeshan sir, just half an hour talk and another just 5 minutes discussion, so that we can conclude the session. Now I request Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, please go ahead.
Good evening, Professor Govinda Reddy, the President of Wcop. And good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
The tribal therapy, the tribals have been there in secluded areas in nature, like mountains and caves and forests. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. You can hear.
Okay. And, these people have developed so many techniques which are being used for therapy of physical illness as well as mental illness. One of the strongest points in Africa and also South America, the Red Indians, even the government hospital by the government in US, they have created a separate cell for witch doctor, just like the Siddha doctor and the Ayurveda doctor in India. They have started for a witch doctor, which means they can do good things as well as bad things. Okay, they can even kill a person and they can save the lives of people. Okay, so when they opened a big hospital in US in a tribal area, nobody came into the hospital. So they started studying why nobody is making use of all the modern facilities in the hospital. They found that they only go to the witch doctor, the tribal doctor. Then they understood the whole building has to be utilized for the people. So they started opening a tribal center, tribal therapy center in US. Then people started coming. Not only the tribals came in, but also others also started coming to the hospital because they are able to solve so many problems which were not able to be solved by modern medicine. So this is one example. And another example from Africa, there is what is known as the voodoo magic. Voodoo magic means it is known as bone pointing. They will take the bone of a human being, the dead human being, and point that bone towards another person and make a curse. After that, that person affected by that voodoo magic, okay, bone pointing, cannot speak, cannot eat, and slowly starve to death. These are still not able to be explained by modern medicine, how it is happening. Okay. And in Kerala here, you have got, similarly, there are doctors who cure, like Ayurveda, they are curing. Similarly, they can also kill a person by doing certain mantras. These are all from the Atharvana Veda, like that. So throughout the world, there are people who are treating. At the same time, they are abusing it and making it to kill a person also. It can be used for good, it can be used for evil also, it can be used. Okay, so the interest in tribal therapy started throughout the scientific world, and they wanted to go and study and live along with the tribals, which is done by cultural anthropologists. Similarly, they have got doctors who are in the field of community medicine. Somebody's mic is on. Shravani Krishna, please put off your mic. Okay. Otherwise, there is a crosstalk. Okay. Now, Srinivas Rao garu. Okay. Now, they found that many people are having heart attack in UK, United Kingdom, and they wanted to study because they were all taking meat, red meat, and because of that they thought they are dying. So they went to Africa to a tribe which was taking the staple food for them is only meat. But they were all healthy, no cardiac problem for them. So they wanted to study. They went and stayed with them, learned their language, and started interviewing them. And they started studying their nutritional pattern. What they do is they take only meat, okay? But apart from meat, they were taking curd, okay, dahi. And they asked, but they are not taking any milk. Because when they were asked why you are not taking milk, you are having cows, but you are not using the milk. And they said, milk is only for the higher spirits or gods. And we can take only curd. And they were taking 2 liters of curd per day. Apart from taking the staple food of meat, red meat also they were taking. Then they went and studied what is happening. The curd is able to arrest any kind of cholesterol accumulation in the heart. So they started using it as a therapy to the cardiac patients in England. And they said, every day you have to take 2 liters of curd from whatever food you are taking. The food they were taking is mainly staple food was only meat, red meat. Then they found that the cholesterol level and the heart problem has come down to considerable level because these are the techniques which were used by the ancestors of these African tribals. Somehow they have found out it is an antidote to cholesterol. The curd has to be taken. Even in India, when people take non-vegetarian food, they are told not to take curd because the curd will counteract with the meat they are taking because they wanted to have the effect of meat only, and that should not be lost by taking curd whenever they take non-vegetarian food. But that day, they have told, don't take curd. Okay? So a lot of research is going on by modern medicine and psychologists and cultural anthropologists in various countries, going to tribals and trying to learn what is innovative in their approach. And this is in brief. And then it may be there in the tribals in Andhra Pradesh also, in UP also, or any other state like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and many people are going there and taking their techniques for curing physical illness as well as mental illness. So this is in brief, which I have told, and you are welcome to participate in the discussion. Actually, by again, the tribal therapy can do 2 things. One which can hurt the person, at the same time save the lives of people. Both are there. They are being practiced among the tribals. It can kill a person or save the lives of people. Okay, so they know they are known as witch doctors, and it is all there in Atharvana Veda also. It is there. It can be used or abused. Okay. And it may be there in all the tribal groups in any state of India, because like in Africa and also Red Indians, tribals, they are using them. Similarly, they have developed therapeutic techniques of meditation also they have developed. If anybody wants to share their experience
Sir,
by
I
hearing
wanted
about,
to clarify.
yeah,
You see, tribals, they have their own language. They have their own culture.
yes, yes,
The counselor who is just willing to deal with tribal people.
they have
So,
to learn the
people,
language.
yeah, he should have expertise or a special training as far as that
Yes, yes,
tribals are concerned. Then only
yes,
this counselor can be successful. Am I right?
yes, yes, that's right. Because even the Britishers and others, Americans, they go to such people, stay with them, learn the language, and mix with them, eat with them, dance with them, and ultimately they are accepted and they are willing to share their secrets.
Yeah, yeah, because the counselor should be totally free enough and as per their just knowledge or their own, what can I say, um, mode of thinking, just as you said, dance therapy, or one should mingle with the counselor should mingle with their own culture, their own language, their own in what mode they feel more comfortable. Then only the counselor can be successful to extend counseling services after knowing their own problems. That's what I mean.
Yes,
And here,
yes,
a counselor should always have a special training as far as tribals are concerned. Then only
yes,
it will be successful. That's what I
that is
mean.
true. That is true.
Yeah, sir.
For example, there is a book called Power of Silence. Power of Silence. One cultural anthropologist goes to a witch doctor. Okay, he is like a Swamiji. And he goes and asks him, teach me all your skills, techniques. And then that man says, that Guru says, go away. I don't want to say anything to you because you are from the modern age. We are from the ancient age. Then slowly, he is not leaving that witch doctor in Red Indian. This is a Red Indian thing. And ultimately, the cultural anthropologist, his name is Castaneda. The Castaneda starts learning the language, learns the technique, and he becomes a Sishya for that Guru. And ultimately, he is made into a Guru, witch doctor. And he leaves away the modern world. And he merges there and stays there and starts treating people. And even modern people go there for treatment because he knows the language, English language, as well as the tribal language, and he starts helping people. Certain new types of meditations he has learned from his guru, like that. So one of the things is acculturation. So you should merge with the culture, as our president has indicated. We should learn the language and live with them and be accepted. Only then they will reveal the secrets of doing these things. So psychologists can also go to tribals and do some work on with them, like that. I have done it in Bardea University, going to tribals in Palamalai Hills, the Irulas. There are people living in the forest. So we went there, mixed with them, interviewed, and then we have published papers in national journals based on our experience and interaction. Language is the major thing. And another thing is you should have the open mind to mix with them and be one among them. and then learn like that. Suppose you go to a hospital and learn. Similarly, you must go to tribal areas and learn. And they are willing to share their secrets, provided you are interested and spend time with them. That is very important. Then they are willing to share all their secrets, which can be utilized for the modern people. So tribals are also very smart guys. They have got their own culture and they have developed their own techniques like that. They can make a man to go mad. Okay. There are techniques which will make them lose the mental health. Or to regain the mental health also, there are techniques.
Sir, I will tell two incidents of my experience with the tribals. One is very cordial. Another
Yeah.
supposed to be very aggressive. If I have not taken me a person who are acquainted with those tribals. This happened in Andaman. I was on an invitation to Andamans to visit some of the islands. And
Okay.
the gentleman, this gentleman suggested, sir, that particular island you can't go because they are very aggressive. Then
Yeah.
what is the solution? I asked them. They said that you have to pick up one of the persons who regularly goes and assist them. So they arranged such a person who could communicate. Then my problem is solved. I have seen them, their real lifestyle and all that.
Very good.
One incident. Another time, it was their hospitality. I will tell you how much they love you if they know that what purpose you have come. This happened in South Africa. It was in a South African village again, and they arranged a big lunch for in honor of me. So the experience was they thought that I can eat the fruit that they have been deliciously prepared and all that. But one side they put the head of a goat in that shape. The very sight was very nauseous for me, but I have to tell them I may not be able to enjoy this.
Yeah.
They did not get offended. They said, we'll serve you the different thing. Then they made something else which was presentable and gave me. That was their style of hospitality. I was so they will get offended and all that. With such love, they have given me the lunch. So these two sides of the tribal life is always.
Because tribal culture is entirely different. So we have to learn a lot.
They were not so very angry with me for refusing their delight and their delicious food. Instead, that I was asking for a small, meager and humble food. They prepared it and gave me.
Okay.
They all waited and till that food is made for me, and then we joined.
Okay. Okay. Good.
So that one side in Andaman experience of tribals, another side is South Africa.
South Africa.
Very cordial. Once they get to know that you are a friendly person, they give you your all the love they have. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome. Yes, Ramadevi. You have joined.
Sir. Yes, sir. I joined, but a little late.
Yeah.
I got stuck in the in the traffic.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sir, I heard that there is, I mean, I don't know, in some islands, Solomon Islands or something, they go to the tree and they curse the tree so that it dies off. Is that also a kind of tribal therapy, sir?
Okay. Yeah.
I
No, they
heard
have
that, but I'm not sure whether it is this
No,
true
no,
or not.
they have got some purpose. So one thing we have to understand and find out the kind of reason why they are doing like that. Okay, and if we can learn something from there to be translated into modern medicine, we can do it.
Okay.
It is a culture like American culture, African culture, Indian culture. Tribal culture has got many secrets to be revealed. So the purpose of this program is to say, have an open mind and try to learn from tribals, what they are doing, how they live, and what they do to solve a problem like that. Problem solving, they have got their own techniques like that.
Okay.
So we are
Is
in the
there
mod-
any such technique we can apply to for mental health problems, sir?
Yes, definitely. Because, for example, one technique is they love the trees. Okay, they love the trees. They hug the tree and make a lot of noise. Hugging a tree, they make a lot of noise because they say it is just like a family member. Okay, so
Mm.
the same technique can be used to reduce the anxiety and aggression. Hug a tree and make a lot of noise because you feel you are one with the tree. Okay, the tree is also a life. You are having life, so you start relating to the tree. Okay, it is known as a
Okay.
primal cry. Okay, make noise like a newborn.
Can you repeat, sir? Primal?
Primal cry, CRY, cry.
Okay, okay. Mm.
Make a lot of noise. Lot of tension is released. Aggression is released. Anxiety is released. Depression is released by hugging a tree and making a lot of noise. Okay,
Okay.
this is one technique which is being used by modern psychologists also. Okay,
Okay.
if they feel related to the nature,
Yeah.
Okay.
like the laughter therapy. Laughter therapy is there.
Good time.
Similarly, there are therapies for crying or shouting. Okay, so all these things can be translated into modern techniques.
Okay.
Yes,
Particularly, I can add, sir, here. Say minimum 6 months, one should have mingle
Yeah.
with them,
yes,
so that one can know, the counselor can know how they will discharge their emotions,
yes,
then how they will react to our language, to our words. So it is not that much easy. A special training is required, and
Training is
particularly only introvert counselors cannot function with them. Extroverts only can function with them with the special
yes,
characteristics.
yeah, that's
These are
right.
all
I agree with you.
quite required in order to deal with the people. And these counselors within that 6 months tenure, they should also learn some of the terminology used by the tribes,
Yes, yeah,
and you should have total acquaintance how their marriage system, how they will conflicts arose in that among them, say nature of emotions, like that. So many factors are there, because here our own culture people, we are going to extend the counseling services, means uh, we are also just acquainting, just it requires so much of training. And people like tribals, to extend counseling services, it is not a just a small job. It needs a lot of expertise and a special training. and he should also minimum 20% of language as far as the tribals are concerned. One can learn, and he should go to their houses and just they can hug them, whatnot, everything. And by knowing their nature only, one can go for hug also. Suppose they don't like hug, then we may receive some other type of treatment. So that's what 6 months minimum training, acquaintance, so that their own cultural habits, whatnot, everything one should, the counselor should well acquainted. Then only the counselor is quite successful. Otherwise, he is a better failure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
special.
As our president has told, one should have the open-mindedness and try to absorb with them what is known as a participant observation. You have to participate and observe and learn, and they are willing to share their secrets. There is much to learn from tribals.
Yeah, then only one can be successful, sir. That's what I believe.
Yes, that's right. I agree with you.
Yeah. Now 6 minutes time is left over from Srinivas Rao. Any doubt? Please clarify. 6 minutes time is left over, but then it will be closed, because this one is a 40 minutes the link, Zoom link, and anyway we will separate it coming.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Please.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
The subject today is an expertized one, sir, and
Okay.
these are all to be rendered by some exploring personalities and expertise only. And for government, sometimes to deal with stigmas and social taboo, something, they have to come into the modern world. There are still some tribes left over from modern amenities, the privileges these all are enjoying. For that, to bring them to this global citizenship, and sometimes there will be some stigmas or something like that. Their government initiative will be there for the experts to intervene and let them to come to the new world. In those areas, I think my knowledge is very little, sir. And for experts only, they can have their help, sir. That's my view, sir. For me, it's limited.
I agree with totally with Srinivas Rao. Why? Because even now, the so-called central government as well as state governments are telling that we have done this, that. No, even now, many tribes, they are deprived of, as Srinivas Rao told, they are deprived of so many things. So they do not have just facilities like any emergency medical help also they do not have. And
Sir,
roads also, they don't have roads also. They don't. No
one thing happened in Manipur.
Yeah.
Sir, one thing happened in Manipur has made a havoc throughout the country, sir. That one female has been ill-treated because of tribal conflict in Manipur. Like those things are to be dealt at a psychological state level also. They have to be brought to the their views should be universalized, sir, rather than still sticking to their narrower mind that human suffering going on there. For that, this psychological intervention also a part, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yes, psychologist role is quite required to bring down so many awareness programs, particularly to remove that such a taboo, as you said, stigmas, like that. So Every time Supreme Court also suggesting, central government also giving statements, and for every 2,000 or 1,000 student strength, one psychologist to be appointed. But still, that GOs are there, but there is no proper implementation. That is our just what can we say, feeling. We are still just we could not be able to render such beautiful services to the people who are in needy. So now, with the permission of our Ganeshan sir, Ramadevi,
Yes.
I think 1 minute might be there. Kindly conclude. Just extend thanks to our beloved Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, and we will be meeting just
Next year.
second week next year, and New Year wishes also we are extending to all our beloved.
Sir, one thing I want to say, sir. This week's program is very unique, sir, with the help of our learned the great personality. Actually, the whole program has become a satsang, sir. Actually, it's a good satsang. Thank you very much, sir. All the versatile personalities. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, coming to second week next year, I will also extending New Year wishes even now itself to all our, particularly our beloved, world-renowned professor and other beloved participants in the sense so many elderly people are there. Another like J.V. Lakshman Rao is there. All are elderly people and well-wishers. Just I am extending New Year greetings to you all, and thanks to our beloved Ganeshan sir to deal the session so nicely, effectively. So thank you, one and all. Anything, Ramadevi, just one sentence.
Okay, sir. I extend my heartfelt thanks on behalf of all the participants in the Wcop. A very grateful gratitude to Ganeshan sir for giving us such a knowledge on therapies which we are not aware of, like Hindu therapy, Islamic therapy, Bible therapy, or tribal therapy, and yoga therapy. So we are very much grateful to Ganeshan sir for giving us, enlightening us with so many techniques and knowledge which we are not unaware. So I
And